Kevin Michael Costner is more than just a name in Hollywood. He is a force of gravity, the kind that makes audiences pause, listen, and reflect. From his earliest roles to his directorial triumphs, Costner's journey has always been marked by patience, endurance, and the careful construction of human emotion. Born on January 18, 1955 in Linwood, California, he entered the world as the youngest son of William Bill Costner, a ditch digger who later worked climbing power lines, and Sharon Ray, a social worker whose compassion touched the lives of countless families. From the very beginning, life taught him that the world could be harsh, yet there was always room for quiet dignity and steadfastness. His parents' marriage was not lavish or privileged, but it was full of lessons in endurance and responsibility. Bill's hands, thick and scarred from labor, spoke of sacrifice without complaint, while Sharon brought gentleness to the family even when comfort was scarce. The combination of their efforts created a household where love, though quiet, was steadfast, and where resilience was learned long before the world took notice. Kevin would later say that his parents' consistency, their ability to carry sorrow and responsibility without flinching, shaped the man he became. While the world would come to see him as a Hollywood star, the foundation of his character was built on the simple yet profound lessons learned in a modest home where loss and labor walked hand in hand. Tragedy struck the Costner family even before Kevin's birth. His middle brother, Mark Douglas Costner, lived for only a single day in 1953, a loss that settled silently into the family's lives and altered their approach to love and protection. Bill became more rigid, shielding his remaining children from the unpredictability of the world, while Sharon tucked her compassion into deliberate gestures and long silences. In this quiet environment, Kevin learned that pain does not always arrive loudly. Sometimes it whispers, teaching lessons in spaces left unfilled, in the silences between actions. Childhood for Kevin was defined by movement, both physical and emotional. Between Compton, Ventura, Visalia, and Orange County, his family relocated multiple times, each move a reminder that home is not just a place but a fragile and shifting concept. By the age of 12, Kevin had already learned the rhythm of beginnings and endings, of learning to carry hope even when comfort could not be guaranteed. He was a quiet boy in class, often overlooked by teachers, filling margins with poetry when answers were expected, a habit that reflected his early ability to listen and observe the world in ways others could not. In every cardboard box packed and street left behind, Kevin folded his childhood into something durable, internal, and deeply private, cultivating the patience and introspection that would define his adult life. After high school, Kevin's growth was not just physical, though he reached 6 feet 1 inch, but profoundly internal. Church choirs, late-night reflections, and a hunger for vast landscapes shaped his understanding of purpose and discipline. His father's unwavering work ethic became a compass, while his mother's faith provided shelter against uncertainty. In 1978, after graduating from California State University, Fullerton, with a degree in marketing and finance, Kevin chose the expected path of stability, taking a desk job that offered security but slowly compressed his spirit. He learned quickly that numbers could pay the rent but could not satisfy the soul. Stories, human connection, and the power of presence were where he felt truly alive. The monotony of office life became suffocating, and fear, long a companion, held him back from pursuing his dream to act. But fate intervened on a flight from his honeymoon, when he met Richard Burton, whose quiet encouragement provided the nudge Kevin needed to resign and chase an uncertain dream in Los Angeles. Without applause or recognition, Kevin embraced hunger, exhaustion, and relentless work, learning the discipline of invisibility as he cleaned boats, drove delivery trucks, and waited outside studio gates. These years taught him that perseverance was more valuable than immediate success, and that enduring hardship without complaint could carve the foundation for extraordinary achievement. Kevin's first break came with small roles and setbacks, teaching him lessons in humility and resilience. Films like Sizzle Beach, USA were humbling experiences, yet each rejection and minor part honed his craft and solidified his resolve. Acting, he realized, was not about fame or applause, but about enduring long enough to be seen and recognized. When Lawrence Kasdan called in 1985 for Silverado, Kevin stepped into a new phase, bringing years of patience and unseen work to the forefront. Audiences began to notice not just the roles he played, but the humanity he conveyed within them. In The Untouchables and Field of Dreams, he transcended mere performance, embodying a quiet moral force that felt timeless. With Dances with Wolves, Kevin made a bold gamble, financing and directing a film that many executives feared was too long, too quiet, and too risky. The result shattered expectations, winning 7 Oscars, including Best Picture and Best Director, and proving that patience, dedication, and a commitment to truth could overcome skepticism. These triumphs were not merely professional. They were personal validations of his endurance and belief in subtlety over spectacle. Costner's personal life mirrored the highs and lows of his career, reflecting the delicate balance between public success and private struggle. His marriage to Cindy Silva, beginning in 1978, produced 3 children, Annie, Lily, and Joe, but ultimately ended after 16 years due to the pressures of fame, distance, and the relentless demands of Hollywood. Settlements were substantial, reaching close to $80 million in today's value, but the deeper loss was the everyday presence and intimacy that money could never replace. Kevin navigated these challenges with quiet dignity, honoring his responsibilities as a father while continuing to work and create, understanding that true legacy is measured not in applause or wealth, but in time spent and love shown. Later relationships, including his connection with Bridget Rooney, produced a son, Liam Timothy Costner, and taught Kevin that responsibility, rather than image or spectacle, defined real adulthood. In 2004, his marriage to Christine Baumgartner brought stability and a new chapter of parenthood, adding 3 more children, Caden, Hayes, and Grace, illustrating that even after loss and hardship, life could offer quiet rewards for endurance and care. Even in the face of personal and professional challenges, Kevin's work remained a testament to his belief in honesty and quiet perseverance. Series like Yellowstone have showcased his ability to embody characters whose strength lies in enduring responsibility, guarding legacies, and navigating complex moral landscapes. Kevin's focus shifted from chasing spectacle to building work that carries truth and personal significance. Projects like Horizon demonstrate his commitment to storytelling that transcends immediate recognition, reflecting a lifetime of lessons in patience, resilience, and the enduring power of quiet presence. Kevin played Elliot Ness, a federal agent determined to take down the notorious gangster Al Capone. While the film was full of tension, suspense, and dramatic action sequences, Kevin's portrayal stood out because he brought a quiet, almost understated intensity to the character. He didn't need to shout, fight, or overact to convey Ness's determination. Instead, his calm, focused demeanor made the audience feel the weight of responsibility on Ness's shoulders. Many viewers found themselves rooting for him, not because of flashy heroics, but because Kevin made Ness believable as a real person struggling with impossible challenges. Critics praised his work, and the film became a defining moment in his early career, establishing him as someone who could carry complex stories with both intelligence and humanity. Next came No Way Out in 1987, a political thriller where Kevin's role required even more nuance. He played Lieutenant Commander Tom Farrell, caught in a web of lies, murder, and high-stakes tension. What made Kevin's performance remarkable was his ability to maintain empathy and moral clarity, even as the story became darker and more complicated. He balanced strength with vulnerability, allowing audiences to feel both admiration and concern for his character. This movie further demonstrated Kevin's skill in portraying layered, realistic characters rather than one-dimensional heroes. It also showed that he could take on suspenseful, fast-paced storytelling without losing the emotional depth that became his trademark I N Bull Durham, 1988. Kevin explored a lighter, more romantic side of storytelling. Playing Crash Davis, a veteran minor league baseball player, Kevin captured the humor, charm, and wisdom of someone who has seen it all and knows the value of patience and hard work. The film combined sports, romance, and comedy, yet Kevin's performance stood out for its authenticity. Audiences felt they were watching a real man, someone who could talk, love, and compete with equal honesty. The film became a cultural touchstone, especially for sports fans, and solidified Kevin as a versatile actor capable of moving effortlessly between genres, from intense thrillers to romantic comedies. Perhaps the most ambitious and defining role of his career was Dances with Wolves in 1990. Kevin didn't just act in the film. He directed it, invested his own money, and dedicated months to learning about the Sioux people, their language, and customs. His role as Lieutenant John Dunbar required physical endurance, emotional vulnerability, and cultural sensitivity. Kevin spent time living closely with Native American consultants, learning their stories and traditions, and ensuring his performance reflected authenticity rather than Hollywood stereotypes. The movie became a historic success, winning 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director, and made Kevin a household name worldwide. Beyond awards, it represented Kevin's commitment to storytelling that mattered, where careful research, respect, and dedication turn a film into a timeless classic. After Dances with Wolves, Kevin took on roles that challenged him in new ways. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, 1991, allowed him to explore adventure, romance, and heroism in a traditional narrative, while The Bodyguard, 1992, showcases chemistry with Whitney Houston and ability to play complex, protective, and loving characters. Each project highlighted a different aspect of his talent: bravery, emotional depth, and natural charisma. Kevin approached these roles with meticulous care, often participating in stunt work, rehearsals, and character research, ensuring that every scene felt grounded and real. Audiences connected with him because his performances were never superficial. They carried the weight, humor, and empathy of a man who understood human nature deeply. Even when films like Waterworld, 1995, faced criticism, Kevin's commitment never wavered. The production faced budget overruns, harsh filming conditions, and skepticism from critics. Yet Kevin remained focused on delivering a compelling performance. He understood that challenges were part of the creative process, and his dedication inspired everyone on set. While the film initially received mixed reviews, it later became a cult classic, admired for its ambition and Kevin's enduring performance. This period taught Kevin that even when the world doubts you, staying true to your vision and giving your best effort can create lasting impact over time. While Kevin Costner's on-screen presence has always drawn attention, his life off the screen has been equally fascinating and deeply influential in shaping the man behind the roles. Kevin was born on January 18, 1955, in Linwood, California, but he grew up in a modest, middle-class family that valued hard work, integrity, and perseverance. His father, William Costner, was a UC Berkeley graduate and a chemical laboratory manager, and his mother, Sharon Costner, was a welfare worker. From a young age, Kevin observed the importance of responsibility, dedication, and doing one's best no matter the circumstances. These early experiences created a foundation of discipline and empathy, traits that would later define the characters he portrayed and professionalism he brought to each film set. Kevin's love life has often been a subject of public fascination, as he balanced intense work schedules with maintaining meaningful relationships. His first marriage was to Cindy Silva, a former cheerleader and bank employee, and together they had 3 children, Annie, Lily, and Joe. Throughout their marriage, Kevin was known to be a devoted father, making time for family despite his busy Hollywood schedule. Many close friends and co-workers have remarked that Kevin would often prioritize family over career, carefully choosing projects that allowed him to remain present for his children. This balance between career ambition and family devotion reflects the values instilled in him during childhood and also influenced the types of roles he chose. Characters who often carried integrity, responsibility, and a protective instinct. Kevin's personal relationships have not been without challenges, however. Following his divorce from Cindy, Kevin experienced periods of intense public scrutiny, particularly during highly publicized relationships. While these experiences brought criticism and rumors, Kevin has always maintained a grounded perspective, understanding that personal growth often comes from challenges as much as triumphs. In interviews, he has described learning to value privacy, trust, and emotional honesty, both in life and in his work. These insights appear in his acting, as many of his roles, like John Dunbar in Dances with Wolves or Joe Gage in Open Range, reflect a man who is complex, loyal, and deeply committed to the people he loves. Family has remained central to Kevin's life beyond marriage and children. He has been especially close to his siblings and extended family, often sharing that their support provided stability amid the highs and lows of Hollywood life. His children, now grown, have spoken about Kevin's presence in their lives, emphasizing that he was not just an actor but a mentor, teacher, and friend. This close-knit family life has also informed Kevin's choices as a filmmaker, leading him to select projects that explore themes of loyalty, community, and moral responsibility. In many ways, his personal experiences with love, loss, and growth give it performances an authenticity that resonates deeply with audiences. Additionally, Kevin has been actively involved in philanthropy and humanitarian causes. He has supported numerous organizations focused on children's welfare, education, and Native American communities. His dedication to these causes stems not only from his fame, but from a genuine desire to make a positive impact in the world. For Kevin, acting and storytelling are tools to reflect societal values and inspire empathy, while philanthropy is a way to turn those values into tangible action. This integration of personal life, professional work, and humanitarian vision underscores why Kevin Costner is admired not just as a performer, but as a man of principle. Despite the fame, the awards, and the public attention, Kevin has consistently emphasized simplicity, family, and personal growth as the most important aspects of his life. Whether navigating pressures of Hollywood or embracing quiet moments with loved ones, he has remained grounded, understanding that his true legacy is not only measured by box office success, but by the love, respect, and integrity he brings to all facets of life. This balance between career, family, and personal values has defined Kevin Costner, shaping him into a figure admired both on and off the screen, and ensuring that his impact will be felt for generations to come as the years progressed. Kevin Costner proved that his talent extended far beyond traditional film acting, evolving into a multifaceted artist whose creative pursuits included music, television, and directing. While he had already cemented his status as a Hollywood icon with films like Dances with Wolves, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and The Bodyguard, the 2000s brought new opportunities for him to explore his artistic range. One of the most notable aspects of this period was Kevin's immersion into music. A lifelong lover of country, rock, and Americana, he formed the band Kevin Costner and Modern West. The band's music reflects Kevin's personality, heartfelt, authentic, and grounded in real-life experiences. With songs that often explore themes of love, perseverance, and personal reflection, Kevin demonstrated that his storytelling ability could seamlessly transition from film to music, capturing audiences in a new medium. Live performances further revealed his charisma, showing fans that Kevin's presence was magnetic even outside of acting, that Kevin's musical pursuits were not just a hobby, but a genuine artistic endeavor. He co-wrote many of the songs, performed lead vocals, and occasionally played instruments during live shows. The band's albums and tours were received with enthusiasm, particularly among audiences who had grown up watching his movies and appreciated the sincerity behind his music. By pursuing music, Kevin challenged the notion that actors should remain confined to a single medium, illustrating instead that creativity knows no boundaries. His dedication to music also reflected a personal philosophy. Life is richer when you follow multiple passions, even when it involves taking risks or stepping outside your comfort zone. This attitude helped keep Kevin relevant in the entertainment world while expanding his artistic legacy beyond cinema. In addition to music, Kevin Costner made a significant impact in television, most notably with the acclaimed series Yellowstone. Premiering in 2018, the show stars Kevin as John Dutton, the powerful patriarch of a sprawling Montana ranch. The series blends family drama, political intrigue, and social commentary, offering Kevin the opportunity to bring decades of experience and emotional depth to a complex character. His portrayal of John Dutton has been widely praised, earning both critical acclaim and massive popularity among viewers. The success of Yellowstone not only revitalized Kevin's career, but also demonstrated his ability to adapt to changing entertainment landscapes, showing that he could dominate both the big and small screens with equal authority. Kevin's work in recent films also reflects a strategic and thoughtful approach to his craft. He has carefully selected roles that resonate with his personal values, often portraying characters with integrity, resilience, and moral strength. Movies like Hidden Figures, The Highwayman, and Let Him Go highlight Kevin's versatility, allowing him to engage in dramatic storytelling while maintaining a grounded, relatable presence audiences have long admired. He has continued to balance commercial projects with artistic ones, ensuring that his career remains both dynamic and meaningful. In many ways, these choices echo the same principles that guided him throughout his life, prioritizing authenticity, pursuing passion, and staying true to oneself. Beyond performing, Kevin has continued to explore filmmaking as a director and producer. His directorial efforts, most famously Dances with Wolves, earned him multiple Academy Awards and revealed his skill in shaping narrative, visual storytelling, and character development. Later projects as a director have allowed him to mentor younger talent and contribute to cinema in ways that extend far beyond acting. This combination of performing, directing, producing, and music illustrates Kevin's relentless creativity and demonstrates that a successful career is built not only on talent, but on adaptability, curiosity, and a willingness to embrace new challenges. Ultimately, Kevin Costner's later career is a testament to his evolution as an artist and his ability to reinvent himself while maintaining the core values that have defined him, whether performing on stage with his band, captivating audiences on television, or delivering powerful performances in film. Kevin has proven that dedication, authenticity, and passion can create a lasting and multidimensional legacy. His journey continues to inspire both fans and aspiring artists, showing that success is not a single achievement, but a lifelong pursuit of growth, creativity, and meaningful storytelling. Kevin Costner's career is not only defined by the breadth of his work, but also by the numerous awards and recognitions he has received, reflecting the impact he has had on Hollywood and global audiences. From the early stages of his career, it was clear that Kevin's talent would be celebrated in many forms. One of the most significant highlights came with Dances with Wolves in 1990. Kevin not only starred in the film, but also directed it, and his efforts were recognized with 7 Academy Award nominations. Among these, he won Best Director and Best Picture, an achievement that cemented his reputation as one of the most influential figures in modern cinema. These wins were particularly remarkable because they demonstrate his ability to succeed behind the camera as well as in front of it, a rare accomplishment in Hollywood. In addition to Oscars, Kevin Costner has received multiple Golden Globe Awards, further recognizing his versatility and contribution to the film industry. He won the Golden Globe for Best Director for Dances with Wolves, and over the years, he has been honored with nominations for other standout performances. Awards aside, Kevin's recognition